Hello students, welcome back to another video of our chapter number 1, that is matter in our surrounding. So this is our fifth video and maybe this is our last video of our unit number 1, that is matter in our surrounding. So let us start with our last video or maybe this is the last video of our chapter number 1. So we have already learnt about this both terms, that is the melting point and that is another is a boiling point. So how can we measure the melting point and how can we measure the boiling point? Yes, you are right. We observe, we have already performed one activity about it. So by the means of the thermometer or by the means of that particular practical or by the means of that particular activity, we can measure the melting point and boiling point. Okay. So what is the melting point? So the maximum temperature, or we can say that a minimum temperature at which when a solid substance that start to melt, or we can say that that start to diffuse from solid state to the liquid state, that particular temperature at which this conversion take place, that temperature that is known as melting point of that particular substance or that particular solid component. What is the boiling point? The maximum temperature at which the liquid start to boil and converted into the liquid phase to the vapor phase at atmospheric pressure, that is known as boiling point. So we know that what is the melting point of ice, that is a 0 degree, or we can say that 273.60 Kelvin. What is the boiling point of water? That is the 100 degrees Celsius at it is equal to 373 Kelvin. Okay student, now my question is, what is the melting point is indicate that what indicate that the melting point? So we can say that the strength of the force of attraction between the particles, मतलब कि हमारा जो सॉलिड सब्सटेंस होता है उसके बीच में जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, हमें पता है कि उसके बीच वहां पर there is a strong attraction force between the particles of the matter in solid state. Okay, so there is a strong attraction force. So what is the melting point is going to be indicate that the strength of the force of the attraction between the particle. That means अगर आइस है तो वो 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे मेल्ट हो जाएगा, लेकिन आइस से कोई मान लो कि कोई अलग ही, मतलब कि कोई दूसरा सॉलिड है, जैसे कि मान लेते हैं कि हमारे पास सॉल्ट है, फिर हमारे पास सिलिका है, कोई भी मतलब कि कार्बन है, या तो फिर बेंजेमाइड है, कोई भी मतलब हमारे पास कोई भी सॉलिड सब्सटेंस है और हमें उसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट लेना है. ठीक है, तो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट का मतलब क्या होता है? दैट मिनिमम टेम्परेचर यू हैव टू रिक्वायर टू कन्वर्ट दैट सॉलिड सब्सटेंस इनटू द लिक्विड स्टेट. दैट मींस you must have to give that particular energy to broke down that bond and converted, or we can say that in the solid there is a two molecular attracted very strongly with each other, and we have to if we want to convert it from solid state to the liquid state, we must have to break this bond between these two particles, and we have to break this bond, and to break this bond we are going to give some heat and we are going to give some heat in form of heat energy. So that indications that melting point, that is the strength of the force of attraction between the particles of that solid. Okay, now अब आप कई बार ऐसा देखोगे कि मतलब कि कोई सॉलिड सब्सटेंस मैंने लिया हुआ है और उसको मैं हीट देता हूं. ओके, जैसे कि मान लेते हैं कि अगर हमारा आइस है, आइस का मेल्टिंग पॉइंट क्या है? दैट इज द 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस. ओके, सो suppose at this minus 16 degrees Celsius, the state of the water, that is the ice. Now I have to give some heat for melt this ice and convert from solid state to the liquid state. Okay, now I am going to give some heat, that is here. So you can measure the heat by using the thermometer. So you can measure that the heat is rising, that is a minus 16 to minus 14, minus 12, minus 10, minus 8, minus 7, minus 5, minus 2. But at that temperature there is no change in the ice. But as the temperature is reached at this 0 degrees Celsius, okay, then our ice that is going the ice is starting to convert it from solid state to the liquid state. Now what happened? Now again you are going to increase this temperature, but you will observe that this temperature is remaining constant at 0 degrees Celsius. Although you are going to increase the temperature, but there is no indications in the thermometer for increasing the temperature, and this indicate only the 0 degrees Celsius. So what is the reason behind it? Why it is indicated only 0 degrees Celsius? Why it is not going rise? So होता क्या है कि मतलब आप टेम्परेचर जब इंक्रीज करते हो तो थर्मोमीटर के अंदर वो 0 डिग्री सेल्सियस से ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. कब तक? टिल द ऑल द आइस कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम सॉलिड स्टेट टू द लिक्विड स्टेट. मतलब कि उसके अंदर जब तक आइस है वो पूरा का पूरा लिक्विड स्टेट में कन्वर्ट नहीं होता, तब तक ये हमारा जो टेम्परेचर है वो 0 डिग्री से अप राइज नहीं होगा. ठीक है. सो ड्यूरिंग दिस द स्टेट ऑफ द मैटर गेट चेंज from solid state to the liquid state during this temperature, and after the liquid state is reached, all ice are converted into the liquid state. Then this thermometer indicate the rise in the temperature. So we can write down during this phenomenon. Which phenomenon? That is the ice are going to convert it from ice to water. Okay. So during this phenomenon, we are trying to increase this temperature, but the temperature is remaining constant at 0 degrees Celsius. So what happens during this step? The matter get changed by overcoming the force of attraction. The state of the matter get changed from solid to liquid by overcoming the force of attraction between the particles. Okay, ये जो particles का जो force है वो क्या होगा? Overcome होगा. मतलब कि उनका जो force एकदम strong है. हम जैसे जैसे temperature rise करते जाएंगे, when the temperature is reach at 0 degrees Celsius, the bond between both the particles in the ice is broke up and they are converted from solid to liquid state. Okay. Now if you are going to rise the temperature, but the temperature remaining the constant at only 0 degrees Celsius till the all ice converted into the liquid state. After the liquid state, the temperature going to be rise. So we can say that the heat is absorbed by the ice without showing any rise in the temperature, or we can say that the heat is hidden between the content of the beaker. ऐसा मान लेते हैं कि अगर भाई की जो हीट हम दे रहे हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं बीकर के अंदर हाइड हो जाती है, हिडन हो जाती है, and that is the reason why our thermometer can't indicate the rise in the temperature. So the heat is hidden between the content of the beaker, and that is known as the latent heat. So we can say that the minimum the energy required to convert the 1 kilograms or the total energy or the total temperature that is required to convert the 1 kilogram of the solid substance into the liquid substance, that is known as latent heat of fusion. Again I am going to repeat, the energy or the heat or the temperature that required to convert 1 kilogram of solid substance into the liquid substance, that is liquid state, that is known as latent heat of fusion. So remember this terms, student. What is the latent heat? The word latent, that is a Greek word, and it is meaning of the latent means to be hidden or to be hide. Okay. So what is the latent heat? That is a hidden heat that hide between the content of the beaker. So remember these four terms, that is a melting point, boiling point, latent heat, and the fourth one is a latent heat of fusion. Now I have already told you that the melting point of ice is equal to 0 degree Celsius, that is equal to 273.16 Kelvin. Okay. Now what is the boiling point of ice? That is a 100 degree Celsius, that is equal to 373 Kelvin. So we have discussed about this topic in our last lecture, and I have already told you that we are going to discuss that the conversions of the centigrade from to Kelvin and Kelvin to centigrade in our next video. So let us start. How can we convert this centigrade into the Kelvin and this Kelvin into this centigrade? So we have the formula, that is Kelvin is equal to 273 plus degree Celsius. Okay, so you have to remember this formula. Okay, now I have 0 degree Celsius. Okay, so ये जो 0 डिग्री है मेरे को यहाँ पर रखना है, मतलब कि जो भी टेम्परेचर मेरे को सेल्सियस में दिया जाता है और उसको मुझे केल्विन में कन्वर्ट करना है, that I have to convert into the Kelvin. Then I have to put this degree Celsius value here, and they are the addition of the 273 plus degree Celsius. Suppose I have 0 degree Celsius, So how much Kelvin? That the Kelvin is equal to 273 plus what is the degree Celsius? That is a 0. So that is equal to 273. Now 100 degree. So again Kelvin is equal to 273 plus degree Celsius. So what is the degree Celsius? That is the 100 degree Celsius. So I have to put 100 degree Celsius and it's equal to 373 Kelvin. Okay. Now another point that you must have to remember that in the Celsius you must have to put here degree, but in the Kelvin you can't put the degree at here because so if you are going to put the degree that may be the wrong. Okay, so remember डिग्री कहां पर आएगी? सिर्फ सेल्सियस में, केल्विन के अंदर सिर्फ आपको कैपिटल के लिखना है. ओके, लेट मी now convert. We are going to convert Kelvin to Celsius. So suppose we have 400 Kelvin. So let us take a 473 Kelvin. So is equal to how much degree Celsius? So again we are going to apply these equations. So K is equal to 273 plus degree Celsius. So what is the K? That is this 473 K. So I am going to put this value, that is the 473 K is equal to 273 plus degree Celsius. If I want to find out this degree Celsius, then I must have to make a subject that is degree Celsius. So degree Celsius is equal to 473. This 273 यहाँ पर आ जाएगा, मतलब कि ये हो जाएगा -273. सो अपना आंसर आ जाएगा यहाँ हमारा, that is the 200 degree Celsius. Okay. So by the means of this you can convert the from Kelvin to Celsius and Celsius to Kelvin. As the solid under the process of the heat it is converted into liquid. अगर लिक्विड को मैं हीट देता हूँ तो वो आ जाएगा गैस में. अगर गैस को मैं कूलिंग देता, मतलब कूल करता हूँ, मतलब कि उसको ठंडा करता हूँ, तो वो कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा लिक्विड में और लिक्विड कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा सॉलिड में. बट can you able to give me some example that if I am going to heat this solid substance, if I am going to heat this solid substance, it is directly converted into the gas without involving the liquid state, and vice versa. If I am going to cool this gas, it is directly converted in the solid state without the entering into this liquid state. Do you have any idea about that substance, that which kind of the substance gives this kind of the reactions when we are going to apply some heat on that solid substance? It is directly converted into the gaseous state, and I am under the process of the cooling, this gaseous state is directly converted into the solid. So we have so many examples. जैसे मान लेते कि हमारे जो गुजरात में जो भी लोग हैं, सबके घर में ये होता है, इसको हम गुजरात में बोलते हैं फिनाइल घोड़ियों. ओके, सो दिस पैलेट, दैट इज द फिनाइल पैलेट, जो भी हम मतलब कि घर में जो कुछ भी बोलते हैं, ये ऐसा सब्सटेंस है कि अगर मैं इसको हीट देता हूं, अगर मैं इसको गर्म करता हूं, तो ये जो है डायरेक्टली कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा गैसियस फॉर्म में. ओके, और उसका जो गैस है, उसका जो वेपर है, अगर मैं उसको कलेक्ट करता हूं, उसको कूल करता हूं, इट इज डायरेक्टली कन्वर्टेड इनटू दिस सॉलिड सब्सटेंस विदाउट इन्वॉल्विंग एनी लिक्विड. ओके, सो इसको हम बोलते हैं फिनाइल पैलेट्स इन अवर रूटीन लाइफ इन अवर होम, बट द एक्चुअल नेम ऑफ दिस पैलेट्स दैट इज इन नैफ्थेलिन. Naphthalene pellets. Okay, so this is known as the pellets of naphthalene. Another example that is the camphor. गुजरात में हम उसको बोलते हैं कपूर, बराबर. ठीक है, मतलब कि camphor, naphthalene, and there is another one that is the NH4Cl, that is the ammonium chloride. So ये जो तीनों के तीन जो सब्सटेंस है, camphor, naphthalene and NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, on the they are the solid in the they are the in solid form, and we are going to give some heat. It is directly converted into the gaseous state without involving liquid state. और अगर जो उसका गैस, उसका जो कुछ भी वेपर आता है, अगर उसको हम कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं और उसको ठंडा करते हैं, तो it is directly converted into the solid state. So this phenomenon that any substance in the solid form under the heat, or if you are going to give some heat on some solid substance, it is directly converted from solid to the gaseous state without involving any liquid state, and vice versa. This phenomenon or this process that is known as sublimations. So okay friends, our next topic, that is the sublimations. So what is the sublimations? So any solid compound under the heat, it is directly converted from solid state to the gaseous state without involving liquid state, and vice versa, that is the under the process of the cooling, thus gaseous form or the gaseous state is directly converted from gaseous state to the solid state without involving this liquid state, and this phenomenon that is known as sublimation. To understand the activity, we have to take a funnel, okay, and in the China dish we have to take some ammonium chloride. So here, suppose I have China dish and I have already taken, that is ammonium chloride. Now arrange the funnel in the inverted form on this China dish. ओके, उसको उल्टा करके उसके ऊपर रख देते हैं और नीचे से हम उसको अगर टेम्परेचर देते हैं, और ये जो चाइना डिश है उसको हम रखेंगे ट्राइपॉड स्टैंड पे, और यहाँ पर हम बंसन बर्नर की मदद से उसकी हेल्प से हम इसको हीट देंगे, और ये जो स्टीम है ऑफ दिस फनेल, इट इज plugged by the, or it is closed by the cotton plug. Okay, now I am going to give some heat to this ammonium chloride, that is NH4Cl. That solid ammonium chloride is directly convert into the gaseous state without involving the liquid state, and this gaseous state on the cooler part of this funnel, it is directly converted into the solid. So here we have solid ammonium chloride, and here NH4Cl, that is in the form of the gas, and again here that is NH4Cl but in the form of the solid. So this phenomenon that the solid is directly converted into the gaseous state, and the gaseous state under the process of the cooling, that is directly converted from gaseous state to the solid state. That phenomenon, that is the or that reaction, that process, that is known as the sublimation. So that's it. That is all about the sublimation. Now this is all about the effect of the temperature. That what happened, we are going to rise the temperature. What happened, we are going to decrease the temperature. Now we are going to understood about the pressure. Okay. So as we know, the state of the matter is depend on the space between the particles of the matter. Okay, कि मतलब कोई भी जो particles होता है उसके अंदर जो कोई भी जो मैटर उसका होता है उसके अंदर जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं उसके बीच कितना स्पेस है, कितना डिस्टेंस है, उसके बेस पर हम उसको डिवाइड करते हैं सॉलिड, लिक्विड एंड गैसेस. सो ऐसा कि मान लेते हैं कि सपोज वी हैव दिस सम गैसियस सब्सटेंस एंड वी आर गोइंग टू फिल दिस गैसियस सब्सटेंस इन दिस कंटेनर. ओके, एंड नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू पुल डाउन this is the piston. Okay, now I am going to pull down these pistons in this container. So what happened? Then what happened? The particles of this gaseous state, there is a more space. Okay, as you can see here. And whenever I am going to apply some force on this piston, or whenever I am going to pull down these pistons in this container, so what happened? The space between the particles of that gaseous state is become the less than that of the first container. Okay, so we can conclude that. Okay, so we can conclude that by the applying some pressure at some defined temperature, then the gaseous state is converted into the maybe the liquid state. Okay, so from this about fact, we can conclude that the pressure and the temperature is a basic parameter for the conversions of the any state of the matter. Okay, if I am going to applying some pressure on this particular gaseous state. Okay, now I have taken some gaseous state in this container, and I am going to apply some pressure, and I am going to decrease the temperature. So on the decrease of the temperature and the increase of the pressure, this gaseous state is converted into the liquid state. What happens when I am going to decrease the pressure? अगर pressure decrease करता हूँ and the temperature is increase, so what happen? So at that time the solid is converted into the liquid or liquid may be converted into the gaseous state. और उसका उल्टा कि अगर मैं प्रेशर को इंक्रीज करता हूं या टेम्परेचर को डाउन करता हूं, so what happens that the gaseous state is converted into liquid or maybe the liquid state converted into the solid state. So by the means of this we can say that the pressure and the temperature is basic parameter to for the understood the change in the state of the matter. So that's all about the temperature and pressures. Now our next topic is about the evaporizations. Before we go ahead, let us summarize that all things in a short. So there is a triangle between the solid, liquid and gaseous state. So here is our liquid, गैस एंड सॉलिड. अगर मैं सॉलिड को लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट करता हूं, सॉलिड गेट्स कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम सॉलिड स्टेट टू द लिक्विड स्टेट, दैट इज नोन एज फ्यूजन. लिक्विड गेट कन्वर्टेड फ्रॉम द लिक्विड टू द गैसियस स्टेट, दैट इज नोन एज वेपोराइजेशन. एंड gas is directly converted into this solid state, that is known as sublimation. And again, if solid is directly converted from solid to the gaseous state, that is also known as the sublimation. If gases is under process of the cooling or maybe anything under the process of the pressure and they are lowering there the temperature, it is converted from gaseous state to the liquid state, that is known as condensation, or we can say that liquefaction. Now liquid is directly converted into this solid state and that phenomenon that is known as solidification. So note down that all the point and you may write the definitions of each and all. That is the, what is the fusion, that is the solid is direct the solid gets converted from solid state to the liquid state, that is known as the fusion. The liquid is converted from liquid state to the gaseous state, that is known as the vaporization. The gaseous state is directly converted from gaseous state to the liquid solid state without involvement of the liquid state, and that phenomenon that is known as the sublimation. Okay. Now again we can write down that what is the solidification, that the liquid is converted from liquid state to the solid state, that is known as the solidification. What is the condensation or liquefaction, that is the gaseous. The gaseous state is converted from gaseous state to the liquid state under the pressure and lowering of the temperature, that is known as the condensation, or we can say that the liquefaction. So that's all about the change of the state of the matter by two parameters, that is the temperature and pressure. And our next topic, that is the evaporization. So what is the evaporization? Okay, as we learned in our previous topic, that is the, if I am going to increase the temperature of the liquid, that the liquid is converted into the vapor phase, and that is temperature that is known as the boiling point. Okay, but क्या आपने कभी ऐसा ऑब्जर्व किया है that I am going to rise the temperature of the liquid and that liquid doesn't start boiling and it is evaporized, or we can say that it is converted into the gaseous state at any temperature before reaching at its boiling point. Okay, so कोई भी लिक्विड अपने boiling point पर नहीं पहुंचता, that it can't able to reach its boiling point, and before the reaching at its boiling point it is vaporized. That means कि लिक्विड को हम ऐसा ही जानते हैं, मतलब कि कोई भी लिक्विड है अगर उसको मेरे को कन्वर्ट करना है गैसेस स्टेटमेंट, सो आई हैव टू राइज द टेम्परेचर एंड आई हैव टू बॉइल इट, सो दैट इज नोन एज द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. ओके, बट ये क्या बोल रहे हैं कि मतलब कि लिक्विड को अपने बॉइलिंग पॉइंट पर पहुंचता भी नहीं है और वो लिक्विड में से गैसेस स्टेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. सो that process, that phenomenon that is known as evaporization, that the liquid converted into the vapor phase before reaching its on boiling point, that is known as the evaporization. So let me explain by taking some example. Let us suppose this is the container or this is the bowl which is filled up with the water. ओके, नाउ मैं क्या करता हूँ कि इस जो बाउल है, बाउल को मैं बाहर धूप में रख देता हूँ। ठीक है, बाहर धूप में रख देता हूँ तो होगा क्या, अगर आप कभी भी इसके अंदर जाके देखो या फिर आपको टाइम लैप्स, इसका एक टाइम लैप्स वीडियो बनाकर देख लो कि होगा क्या कि एक दिन के अंदर ये पूरा का पूरा जो बाउल है उसमें से पानी गायब हो जाएगा, मतलब कि वेपर बनके चला जाएगा। ठीक है, लेकिन उस टाइम लैप्स वीडियो में आप देखोगे कि ये जो वाटर है, ये जो लिक्विड है वो बॉयल नहीं हुआ है। उसका बेस्ट एग्जांपल है मान लो कि पेट्रोल, कि पेट्रोल को हम खुला रखते हैं तो क्या होगा, वो सडनली वेपराइज हो जाएगा, मतलब कि वो वेपर बनेगा और वो हमारा जो कंटेनर है उसमें से वो चला जाएगा, मतलब कि हमारा कंटेनर सडनली वहां पर खाली हो जाएगा, मतलब कि वहां से पेट्रोल डिसअपियर हो जाएगा। सो दैट फिनोमेनन दैट इज नोन एज द इवेपोराइजेशन। की होता क्या है कि जैसे यहाँ पर टेम्परेचर राइज होता है, यहाँ पर मान लो कि भाई यहाँ से सनलाइट आ रही है। ठीक है, ये सनलाइट क्या करेगी कि इसके सरफेस के ऊपर के जो पार्टिकल्स है, दैट इज द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ दैट वाटर दैट इज ऑन द सरफेस। तो वो क्या होता है, मतलब कि मान लो कि ये पार्टिकल्स ऑफ लिक्विड है, दे आर अट्रैक्टेड बाय ईच अदर। ऐसा मान लो कि ये जो पार्टिकल्स है, ये सारे के सारे पार्टिकल एक दूसरे के साथ अट्रैक्शन में है। मतलब कि पर्टिकुलर ऐसा मान लो कि मैं इस वाले पर्टिकुलर पार्टिकल्स की बात करता हूं तो ये वाला जो पार्टिकल्स है इट इज अट्रैक्टेड बाय दिस, इससे भी अट्रैक्ट होगा, इससे भी अट्रैक्ट होगा, मतलब कि ऐसे सारे के सारे पार्टिकल्स एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट करेंगे। लेकिन यहां पर सरफेस पे जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं दे आर ओनली अट्रैक्टेड बाय, ऐसा मान लो कि ये वाला पार्टिकल इससे अट्रैक्ट होता है, इससे अट्रैक्ट होता है और इससे, मतलब कि तीन ही साइड से अट्रैक्ट होता है। मतलब कि particles on the surface they have the less attraction force compared to the particle in the center or in the below state. Okay, so होता क्या है कि यहाँ पर जो सरफेस पे जो पार्टिकल होते हैं वो टेम्परेचर उनका राइज हो जाता है और ड्यू टू दैट इंक्रीज इन द टेम्परेचर दे ब्रोक द बॉन्ड of the attraction to the another particles, and due to the there is a broke up in the bond and that particle is evaporized. Okay, so that process, and this is the means of this process, the evaporation take place, and we have so many examples that of that is the acetone. Okay, you are especially girls, you all are very well known, very well familiar with this acetone. That is a nail, you are going to market and you ask for the nail paint remover, and that is the acetone. That is another example, that is the kerosene, then petrol. Okay, and water also. Water का boiling point है that is the 100 degree Celsius, but before the that the reach at the 100 degree Celsius, the water converted into the liquid state to the gaseous state. उसका सबसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल है कि हम जब कपड़े सुखाते हैं, मतलब कि जब कपड़े धोने के कपड़े जब वॉश हो जाते हैं उसके बाद हम जो उसको सुखाते हैं तब होता क्या है कि मतलब कि हमारे जो कपड़े वो बॉयल थोड़ी ना होते हैं। ठीक है, मतलब कि बिफोर द रीचिंग एट बॉइलिंग पॉइंट जो हमारा अंदर का जो पानी है वो यहाँ से इवेपोराइज हो जाएगा, एंड दैट इज द प्रोसेस दैट इज नोन एज द इवेपोराइजेशन। ओके, नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू द फैक्टर अफेक्टिंग द इवेपोराइजेशन। इवेपोराइजेशन को कौन कौन से फैक्टर अफेक्ट करते हैं? सो दैट इज द फर्स्ट, दैट इज अ राइज इन द टेम्परेचर। मतलब कि मानो कि जैसे जैसे हम टेम्परेचर को राइज करते हैं, जैसे भी टेम्परेचर राइज होता है, मतलब कि यहाँ से पानी आसानी से, मतलब कि ऐसा मान लो कि अभी मॉनसून चल रहा है। ओके, तो ये जो बाउल है ये मैंने बाहर रखा तो मतलब कि ये इवेपोराइज होगा, लेकिन कितने, या मे बी 2 या 3 दिन के बाद। लेकिन मान लो कि ये अभी समर है तो सो व्हाट हैपन इन द केस ऑफ द समर, द वाटर फ्रॉम द बाउल इज इवेपोराइज फ्रॉम 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so that is the biggest effect of the first parameter, that is the temperature. Second parameter, that is the area. Okay, suppose ये मेरे पास क्लोज है, ओके, एंड मैं इसको गीला करने के बाद इसको सुखाता हूं तो क्या करूंगा, इसको इस तरह के सुखाता हूं। ओके, लेकिन अगर मान लो कि इसको मैं ऐसे रख के ऐसे वहां पर रख देता हूं तो क्या ये इतना जल्दी से सूख पाएगा जितना जल्दी से वो इस फेज में सूखेगा? ठीक है, मतलब कहना क्या चाहता हूं मैं, सो एज द एरिया ऑफ दैट कंपाउंड और दैट सब्सटेंस इज इंक्रीज, जैसे जैसे एरिया हम इंक्रीज करते हैं वैसे वैसे इवेपोराइजेशन कैन टेक प्लेस इजीली। ओके, सो एज द एरिया इंक्रीजेस द इवेपोराइजेशन इज इंक्रीजेस। ओके, सो ये एरिया क्या हो गया, यहां पर इंक्रीज हो गया और दैट इज द एरिया डिक्रीज हो गया। दिख रहा है, ये एरिया इतना हो गया और ये वाला एरिया जो है वो राइज हो गया. सो एज द एरिया इंक्रीज द rate of the evaporization can take place easily. That is and the third parameter, that is the wind. Okay, तो जैसे जैसे विंड बढ़ेगा, जितना ज्यादा विंड होगा उतना evaporization can take place easily. Okay, so there is a three parameter. That is, first one is the temperature, second one is the area, third one is the wind, and the fourth parameter, that is the decrease in the humidity, or we can say that the humid atmosphere. Okay, so decrease in humidity, there is also decrease in the evaporization process, there is increase in evaporization process. Okay, so as the temperature increase, area increase, and the wind increase, and the humidity is decreased, there is a very highly evaporization can take place. So that is all about the evaporization process. So what is the evaporization? The process of which the liquid substance is directly converted into the gaseous state without reaching its on boiling point, that is known as evaporization. Okay, so make down the note and list all the things, and this may be the ask for the 3 or 4 marks. So which are the parameters that affected the evaporization process?